Hey everyone, welcome back. I am here with a review for Gerd Muller. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that somewhat correctly. I had very little intention of actually doing this SBC, but I had extra fodder, so I did the loan and played 4 matches in champs qualification. So, a mixed bag of difficulty, I guess. But after that, in gameplay that was a bit slow, animations were a bit delayed. I will say for me, this card definitely going to do the SBC. Again, no intention. There's so many attackers. There's Evo, attacker Evos. There's Ronaldos. There's Mbappe's. There's all these, so many. This card I think is 400k, something like that, 500k. Definitely going to do this SBC. So I'll go through some of the highlights and my thoughts on this card, and then I'll show some gameplay footage that I got with him. I will say right off the bat, he was clinical inside the box aside from one shot, and I haven't gone back to look at that shot if it was my fault for aiming or just a poor angle or just could be the gameplay, whatever it is. It should have been a no-brainer, I felt like at the time, and that one was missed, but otherwise super lethal in box. The dribbling for Muller was surprisingly good. I often play, even though I play a 4-2-1-3. I mix between 4-2-1-3 and a 4-4-2 at one point, just to kind of try something out. And I play the strikers on advanced forward, but the way I actually play my game, they will often be used kind of as a false nine advanced forward hybrid where they're laying passes off to the wingers. Muller, I will say again in this gameplay, as a gameplay compensator, was quite good. His dribbling with the engine was really solid. He did have a noticeable speed boost when you tried to accelerate with him, even though all three of his playstyles are shooting playstyles. So again, all in all, very good. But let's go through the basics. So 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, coming off foot birthday, where everything was 5-5. Maybe that's a bit disappointing. I don't use skill moves very much, although I'm trying to incorporate that into my gameplay, so it's not a huge loss for me, but for some, that may be a non-starter. 5'9". I don't know what the body type is. I have to check on Footbin, but body type felt good. It's probably not... I'm going to assume it's not lean, but it does kind of feel like a lean body type. Shooting... Take a look. So shooting is 95, attack positioning 98, finishing 98, shot power 97. I don't know if it was the gameplay or what, but it did feel like he was getting into really good positions. So between the advanced forward plus, which is one of his roles, so he's got target forward, poacher, and advanced forward plus. Between the role and the attack positioning, I think he created some really good opportunities for himself. Passing is a bit low, especially if you do try to lay passes off with your striker. The long passing is a bit low on this card. It gets a +4 boost if you use an engine, so it's about 75. Would love that to be higher, but it is what it is. I don't really notice it being too big of a problem in game, but something to keep in mind. The dribbling is good. It's not 99 perfect, but reactions are great. Balance good. Composure is good enough. Again, in-game felt very good. Strength, I don't really use the L2 with my strikers. Again, I should. If you do, or you rely on a big, heavy striker up top, you might find he's lacking in that. But otherwise, again, the shooting, the dribbling, all very good. The pace is a little bit low, but on an engine, you're getting up to about 95 pace anyways, so you're not quite perfect pace, but it's good enough for what he is doing, especially if you're going to dribble with him. So we played Four matches. You can see there's one left. Again, all these were in champs qualifiers. I think, again, you'll see the highlights, but the first match, I don't think he did very much. It was a pretty good opponent, but between the four matches, he scored 7 goals, 2 assists. So he was very useful. I think he had a hat trick in one of the matches. So again, for me, really good card. Uh, the the pros, great shooting. I felt like great dribbling, great sort of space creation, good positioning. The cons, I would say the passing, although I didn't really notice it in game, and maybe the 4-star skills and strength for some people. But overall, I would say for me, this is a definite must do if you have, given that I have a ton of excess fodder. Um, I would recommend him for anybody who's like a average player like me. I think he suits the game quite well. He probably suits your gameplay quite well if you're not somebody who uses skill moves all that much. And even with all these attacking like options, is he better than Ronaldo, Mbappe? I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. Luis Suarez, the recent ones. I don't know. I haven't played with Suarez. I've played with Ronaldo and Mbappe. They have that jam, but they feel very different. They're obviously both. I think Ronaldo is definitely lengthy, or controlled, depending on what playstyle you use. Is he better than Ronaldo? Maybe not, but I played him a game or two with Ronaldo on the wing and Muller as striker, and it was a good combination. So I don't think it's an either or in this case. I think it's a if you can fit him in and combine him maybe with a Ronaldo or an Mbappe or whomever you've got evoed up. I think he's a really good option, and he's got all three of the shooting play styles. The meta, low driven shot now. He's got finesse and he's got power shot. Power shot I don't really use. I think that it would have been better if he had probably a pace related or ball control or physical play style plus. But again, you can't have everything. I think this card is really good. You can see he's got all the sort of silver dribbling play styles except for flair, so that probably compensates somewhat for his dribbling or helps a lot with his dribbling. But yeah, again, I definitely recommend this for those that don't rely on skill moves very much and are just looking for an out and out striker. So we'll jump into some gameplay footage. This is the lineup that we used for, I think, the first of the three matches. So Bale and Wanyeri on the wings. I was doing an evolution as well. First team that we played against, we went up against Ham, Alvarez, Upamecano, and I missed whoever else was on defense. I think the first player we played against was probably the best as they stopped that chip shot, but good chip shot from Muller there. First player we played against was probably the best, so we didn't really get much from Muller, but I tried to highlight some of the speed boost here. You can see drew the foul there. He's not quite quick enough to beat a lot of defenders, but if you're in the right spot, you're in the box, I think that's where he can sort of utilize that speed boost. But if he needs to run a long distance, he will get caught up. Good control in the dribbling there. He gets the shot off, but I think maybe my aim wasn't particularly good.
Well, they've been outplayed in this first half, and they need that half-time whistle to come soon. Oh, hang on, Stuart, it's a chance.
Good touch and a quick shot off from Muller there. We couldn't get anything going, so we switched to the 4-4-2. So wanted to see what would, if that would work out. We put Gakpo on the other side. So got some good dribbling there with Muller. Tried to do an incisive pass. Wasn't the best, but again, I was a bit off balance. Still leads to a goal from Vinny. Good give and go with Muller there. Some decent dribbling. Again, if you're not the greatest at dribbling like I am, you will struggle. He's not He's not so incredible at dribbling that you will find that he compensates for your lack of skill in that area. This match, I think we went up against Inigo Martinez and Jamie Carragher. Good layoff there from Muller to Bale. Again, using incisive pass. His short passes are good.
Firing it towards goal. And a strong glove on the ball from the keeper. Build up, but no end product. Muller.
Way to find space by Muller, and a quick chip shot in. Made a good run.
Danger averted. Well read. Promising position, this. It's there for him. Crucial piece of defending. Former England striker Sue Smith and qualification for the
Right. This match we had Renard and Cannavaro that we went up against. Again, he can lay those passes off, as you saw there. He probably has the fights for a badge trait. I think that's due to the high reactions, as you saw he followed through there and still kind of, he got the rebound off of that play. He makes good runs. He finds space there. Did a little skill move. Couldn't finesse it into the corner. But again, tough angle, so I don't know if I necessarily blame the card. Another tough angle, probably could have done better, but it leads to a goal. Muller finding space again. That was my aim. I should have finessed that into the far corner. Find space again, and I don't know if I was using finesse. I wasn't really looking at the buttons. Or low driven, but it ended up being a low driven. Might have been a finesse low driven that goes in, so it didn't really trigger the playstyle. And I don't know if that's just me, but you don't see the playstyle like pop up on top of the player. There you can see some of the dribbling skill again. If he's inside the box, Muller is really good at just moving around, finding those gaps. He can dribble inside the box for a bit, use a bit of his pace, so that's where he excels. And again, the low-driven shot, easy finish. Good incisive pass. That's a triangle pass to Farias, and leads to a goal, so an assist from Muller. I think that was a power shot, but he got it off quite quickly, and he did it on the spin, on the turn. I think this match was a hat trick for Muller. You can see, I mean, the shots were quite high anyways for me. But yeah, 3 goals and an assist for Muller in this match. So again, we kind of, as I got used to him, I kind of figured out where his skill set lies. We also played different types of players, to be fair. Just a little side note, that match allowed us to unlock Odebear, so if anybody wants a review of Odebear, we do have, that's something I can put together. I think this is the final match, and for this, we swapped Winieri's. Since we unlocked Odebear, we didn't need Winieri. He also ran out, so we swapped, we put Ronaldo on the left, Bale on the right. I missed the 2 defenders there that we went up against, but I think it was another hat trick for him as he makes a good pass. Should have been an assist. That was just a poor finish for me. That's an easy ball. Quick first touch there. I used the skill move. He gets the header and he misses that. I feel like that's my aiming. I'd have to go back and look at it, freeze frame it to see where I was actually aiming, but that miss is probably on me, but that should have been a goal. Decent dribbling. He gets an assist there. Again, Muller in the box. I honestly think he might actually benefit from playing on a poacher because,
Gerd Muller.
again, you don't really want him sprinting with this ball for long distances, but you can see, like,
Promising
he can take a
possession,
few
Mace.
touches, he can dribble around guys, like, he is good on the ball. There you see the sprint
Muller.
boost. Gets around that person. Probably should have drawn a foul there.
Oh, you don't
Recovers
want
the
to
ball
lose
with the
the ball in
tackle
possession.
and a quick finesse into the far corner.
Fabulous goal. And just look at the celebrations. Farias.
Good
Muller.
run, find space, we do some quick
Well, the
dribbling.
ball's impending
Again,
danger,
there's
but
the failed
very
sort
effective
of sprint
challenge
boost. So
pursued.
that's a bit me, that's a bit how good his L1 sprint boost is. I'm not very good at
Gareth
it.
Bale.
His boost isn't so good that it's going to make up for your
Substitute
lack of
changes.
skill if you don't L1 sprint boost very well. But there you go. He finds some space. But here's the struggle. He will get caught up, as you see there. He had a lead. He was ahead of the defender. He makes the good run. He's onside, but he gets caught by that defender. So again, don't have him sprinting into open space. That is not. He is not a lengthy striker. That's not where he excels. For the second half, I just left in a bit of a clip there to show we put McAtee in as the cam, so you get a bit of a mini review for McAtee, who is quite good. A little spin move from Muller, which would have been a really nice goal, but again, the finishing was mostly me and my aim, I would say, more so than the card. McAtee with some decent dribbling. He's got good play styles actually, but poor finish there. There's Muller on the rebound, and you see we get a goal with a header, so that one was good to add into the set of clips. So he can head them in. It's pretty accurate. He can dribble, but there are limitations. Tons of open space there. Nobody catches up to him. Keeper doesn't quite move the way I expected, but we go near post and he finishes it off. I didn't even green time that. I don't think I green timed any of these goals, so keep that in mind. Maybe green timed one of them. So he's still very good if you're white timing your shots. That one I think I might have green timed, but didn't aim particularly well.
Fine play, and maybe it'll set something up. Shaping to shoot.
Good touches. Didn't green time either of those. Gets a bit unlucky. Again, not the greatest of angles, but you would think with his composure and the players around him, he's still able to score. But he hits the post there, so take from that what you want. All right, we're about to wrap up here, so I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay clips. This is a good card. Muller's way better than I expected. Again, know the limitations. Pace, not going to outrun defenders if he has to sprint for long distances, but inside the box, this guy is clinical. If you need a striker, do him. Even if you don't, do him. I think just you'll find a use, especially if you're going to play two strikers. This is a guy with all of the tools that you need inside the box. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video and the review, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.